Hello, everyone, and welcome back to TalkTune English, where learning English is easy and fun. I'm Emily.
Hello, Emily, and a big hello to all our wonderful listeners around the world. It is fantastic to be here again.
It is. I am always happy when we can chat with everyone. How are you doing today, Paul?
I am doing very well, thank you. I feel full of energy today. I am ready to go. How about you, Emily?
I am great, thanks. I am very excited about our topic today. It is a very practical topic.
Ooh, I like practical topics. Topics we can use right now.
Yes, exactly. Today we are going to talk about training.
Training. Like going to the gym, lifting heavy things?
Well, yes, a little bit, but not for your arms or legs, for your brain and your mouth.
Training our brain and mouth to speak English better. That is a great topic.
Yes, many students know a lot of English words in their heads. They understand reading.
Yes, reading is okay, listening is okay.
But when they want to speak, the words do not come out.
Oh, I know that feeling. It is frustrating. The brain knows, but the mouth is slow.
Exactly. So today, we have 10 great tips to connect your brain and your mouth.
Wow, 10 tips. That is a lot of good information.
It is. But don't worry, they are easy tips.
Perfect. But Emily, before we start our training session, we have a small favor to ask.
Yes, we do. If you like our podcast and you want to help us, please subscribe to Mr. English channel.
Yes, hit that subscribe button. And if you like this episode, please give us a like, a big thumbs up.
And share it with your friends who are also training their English brains.
Yes, please share. Your support really helps us make more episodes. Okay, Emily, I am ready. Let's train.
Let's do it. Okay, tip number 1. This is very important. Stop thinking about single words.
Single words like cat, dog, run.
Yes, when you speak, don't think word by word. Think in blocks.
Blocks. Can you give me an example?
Sure. Don't think, I am going to the store. That is slow.
Yes, very slow, like a robot.
Yes, exactly. Instead, think in blocks. Block 1, I'm going to. Block 2, the store.
I'm going to is one block. I'm going to the store. That is much faster.
Exactly. Learn phrases, not just words. These are called sentence patterns.
That is a great tip. It makes speaking smoother.
Yes, it does. Okay, tip number 2 is called shadowing.
Shadowing. Like a shadow on the ground. It follows you.
Yes, you need to follow a native speaker. You need to be a copycat.
A copycat. I used to do that to my sister when I was young.
Well, now do it with English speakers. Listen to a podcast or watch a video and repeat exactly what they say.
Immediately after they say it?
Yes, but wait, don't just copy the words.
No? What else?
Copy the music of their voice, the rhythm. When do they go up? When do they go down? When do they pause?
The melody of the language. That is so important for sounding natural.
It is. It's not just what you say, but how you say it.
Okay, I will try to be a good shadow. What is tip number 3?
Tip number 3 is a little scary for some people.
Oh no! Scary?
Just a little. You need to record your own voice.
Oh, record my voice on my phone?
Yes, most phones have a voice recorder.
But Emily, I don't like listening to my own voice. It sounds strange.
I know, everyone feels that way, even me. But it is very helpful.
How does it help?
When you listen to your recording, you can hear your mistakes. You can compare your voice to a native speaker's voice.
Ah, I see. I can hear if my music is correct.
Exactly. It is the best way to hear the truth about your speaking.
Okay, I will be brave. I will record myself.
Good job, Paul. Tip number 4 is about repetition.
Doing the same thing again and again?
Yes. To get automatic fluency, you need to repeat the same phrase many times.
Like a tennis player practicing the same shot.
Yes, exactly. Take a useful phrase. For example, would you like some?
Okay. Would you like some?
Now, finish the sentence quickly with different words. Ready? Coffee.
Would you like some coffee?
Water.
Would you like some water?
Help.
Would you like some help?
See? Your mouth gets used to the pattern. Would you like some becomes automatic.
Wow, that is a good exercise. It feels fast.
It is. Okay, tip number 5 is connected to tip number 1. Use chunks.
Chunks. Big pieces of language.
Yes. Learn big, ready-made phrases. We use them all the time.
Like what?
Like, at the end of the day. Or, I was wondering if. Or, do you mind if I...
Ah, these are long phrases, but we say them very fast.
Yes. If you learn these chunks, you don't have to think about the grammar. You just say the chunk.
Do you mind if I? That is a good chunk. It sounds very polite.
It is. Okay, tip number 6. This is the real gym part. You need to exercise your mouth muscles.
My mouth muscles?
Yes, your mouth, your tongue, your lips. English has some difficult sounds.
Oh, I know. The TH sound is very hard for many people.
Yes, the TH. You have to put your tongue between your teeth. Think. That.
Think. That. It feels funny.
It does feel funny, but you need to train your tongue to do it.
And the American R sound. Red, car.
Yes. You need to practice these sounds like you practice at the gym. 5 minutes every day.
Just 5 minutes?
Yes. Do mouth exercises in the shower. Ooh.
My family will think I am crazy.
Maybe, but your English pronunciation will be fantastic.
Okay. Mouth gym in the shower. Got it.
Tip number 7 is one of my favorites. Start thinking in English.
Thinking in English? But I live in a country where we don't speak English.
That's okay. You can do this alone, inside your head.
How do I start?
Narrate your life. When you are doing things, say it in English in your head.
Like a story about my day?
Yes. For example, when you make breakfast, think, now I am making coffee. I am pouring the water. Where is the milk? Ah, here is the milk.
Ah, simple sentences about real actions.
Yes, it connects the English language to your real life.
I like that. It turns boring moments into English practice time.
Exactly. Tip number 8 is very important to unblock your brain. Stop translating.
Oh, this is the hardest one. When I want to speak, I think in my language first, then I translate to English.
I know, it is natural, but it is very slow.
So, what should I do when I don't know a word?
Paraphrase.
Paraphrase? What does that mean?
It means say it in a different way.
Ah, if I forget the word, don't stop talking, just describe it.
Yes. For example, if you forget the word umbrella, don't stop talking.
Okay, I can say, it's the thing we use when it rains? You hold it over your head?
Perfect. That is excellent communication. The other person understands you.
And I didn't need to translate.
Exactly. Don't let one missing word stop your whole conversation.
That is a very freeing tip. It makes me feel less nervous.
Good. Okay, tip number 9. Speed, questions, and answers.
Speed, like fast?
Yes. Find a friend or do this yourself. Ask very short questions and answer immediately.
Okay, try me.
Ready? What did you eat for breakfast?
Toast and coffee.
Where are you now?
In the studio.
Are you tired?
No, I'm happy.
Good job.
Phew, that was fast.
Yes, it teaches your brain to react quickly in English. No time to translate.
Wow, these are great exercises. Okay, Emily, what is the last tip? Tip number 10.
Tip number 10 is have triggers ready.
Triggers.
Have ready-made phrases for common situations, phrases you know perfectly.
Ah, preparation.
Yes. For example, if you meet someone new, have your introduction ready.
Hello, nice to meet you. My name is Paul, and I am a podcast host.
Perfect. You don't have to think about it. It just comes out.
Or if I go to a restaurant, can I have the menu, please?
Exactly. Have these phrases ready in your pocket. They give you confidence to start speaking.
Wow, 10 amazing tips to train our brains and mouths.
Yes. Let's do a super quick review.
Okay. 1. Speak in blocks. 2. Shadow native speakers. Copy their music. 3. Record your voice.
4. Repeat phrases with different endings. 5. Use big chunks, like at the end of the day.
6. Go to the mouth gym. Practice difficult sounds. 7. Think in English. Narrate your day.
8. Don't translate. Say it in a different way. 9. Speed questions and answers. And 10. Have ready phrases for common situations.
Phew, that is a lot. But Emily, we don't have to do all 10 today, right?
Oh my gosh, no, that is too much.
Start with 1 or 2. Maybe today, just try thinking in English when you make dinner.
Yes, start small. The important thing is to practice a little bit every day.
Like going to the real gym. Consistency is key.
It really is. Well, I feel pumped up. I feel ready to train.
Me too. This was a great episode, Emily.
Thank you, Paul. And thank you to everyone for listening today. We hope these tips help you speak more easily.
Yes, we know you can do it. Just keep practicing.
Before we go, please don't forget to subscribe to Mr. English channel and share this podcast with your friends.
Yes, help us grow our community. And we have a question for you for the comments section.
Yes, we want to know about your mouth gym.
Yes, tell us in the comments, what is the most difficult sound in English for you?
Is it the TH? Is it the R? Or maybe a vowel sound? Let us know below.
We love reading your comments. It helps us understand what you need help with.
Yes, it does. Thank you so much for listening today. Have a wonderful week of training.
See you next time, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye for now.